A very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News. I'm Ashani De Silva. Before we get on to your stories in detail, let's take a quick look at headlines. A protest launched by a group of employees at the Anuradhapura Teaching Hospital. SLFP decides to cancel party membership of Maithripala Sirisena and several others who left the government. Water levels of the Mahavali Reservoir to rises due to the increase in rainfall. Landslide warning in effect for 6 districts. 5 children among 10 killed when small plane crashes in central Colombia. Moving on into your stories in detail now. Senior Minister A.H.M. Fauzi said that the SLFP has decided to cancel the party membership of Maithripala Sirisena and several others who left the government. Senior Minister and Deputy Chairman of the SLFP, A.H.M. Fauzi, said that this decision was reached following discussions with the Central Committee yesterday.
Yesterday, under the leadership of our party president, Mahinda Rajapaksa, we held the all-island conference where it was decided to rectify the decision taken by the Central Committee of the SLFP, that is to remove the membership of Maithripala Sirisena and all the members who were in Parliament and the ministers to be suspended, and the other Pradesh Sabha members and Provincial Council members who had crossed over. Against him, action will be taken once the organizers inform the party that they have crossed over, and charge sheet will be leveled against them, and thereafter action will be taken to suspend their membership also.
The landslide warning issued to 6 districts will be in effect till this evening. Director of the Landslide Research Risk Management Division of the NBRO, RMS Bandara, stated that the warning could be lifted if the rainfall decreases. The water levels of the reservoirs of the Mahavali scheme have gone up as a result of the heavy rains.
The Disaster Management Centre says nearly 15,000 people have been severely inconvenienced owing to the inclement weather in several areas. Assistant Director of the DMC, Pradeep Kodipilli, said that the affected areas were Putlam, Mana, Trincomalee, Vaunia, Batticaloa and Ampara. However, he said that water levels are gradually receding in areas that are flooded. Kodipilli added that due to the threat of landslides, 22 families in Ratnapura have been temporarily relocated to a school in the area. The water levels of the water bodies connected to the Mahavali River have risen to 85%. The Water Control Unit of the Mahavali Authority says that in the main water bodies such as Victoria, Vandenigala and Kotmale, the water level has risen to 95%. The authority said that the spill gates of the Victoria Dam were opened twice during the course of yesterday. In addition to this, the Kandalama tank and Thissa, however, have reached spill level. Meanwhile, the Department of Waterways said that the water level of the water bodies that come under the purview of the department has risen to 62%. The department said that 22 water bodies have reached spill level thus far.
A protest staged by the employees of the Anuradhapura Teaching Hospital is currently ongoing. The police stated that the protesters have climbed on top of the hospital's water tank to express their opposition over the recent appointment of 64 new attendants.
The employees of the Anuradhapura Teaching Hospital state that the protest was against the recruitment of 65 attendants to the hospital. A group comprising 15 minor staff employees of the hospital have thus engaged in the strike action. One group had climbed a 70-foot water tank and the other group had put up a makeshift stage in protest of their cause. Meanwhile, the Joint Trade Union Collective of the Anuradhapura Teaching Hospital stated that another group had obtained sick leave.
Still in local news, Minister of Higher Education S.P. Dissanayake expressed his views at an event held in the Udunuwara Dawlugela Divisional Secretariat yesterday.
Speaking at a diplomatic mission, Chandrika said that 30 have already signed and acknowledged their involvement and added their identities cannot be revealed. She added that they are 99% positive about another 10 crossovers and also noted that they are in talks and expecting another 10 to 15 and that they are 60% for it. The 60 people whom she initially spoke about had now shrunk to 6. Navin Dissanayake was asked to leave by the president long time ago. It has been over a year since the Muslim and the Tamil MPs had left. They did not leave as a result of any disparities. Out of the two, one had left owing to a dispute with Tondaman and the other left over a dispute with Rishad Patiuddin. They are MPs who were not with us for a long time. Since the people who promised to cross over had not crossed over, they are trying to show that there are many who are leaving the party left, right and centre.
Professor Thissa Karyawasam, a veteran in the field of media, passed away this morning after a brief illness.
Professor Thissa Karyawasam was 72 years of age at the time of his demise. Born in the year 1942 in Baddegama, Thissa Karyawasam entered the Vidyodaya University in 1959 after completing his primary education. Professor Thissa Karyawasam was the former Dean of the Faculty of Arts, University of Jayawardhanapura. Thissa Karyawasam graduated with honours from the University of Peradeniya at the age of 22 in 1964 and joined the university staff soon after. His biography has been a significant part of the history of our university system in the second half of the 20th century.
The police media unit says that a wife has been murdered by her husband in the Bulat Kohupitiya area. It was reported that the murder, which had been carried out with the use of a sharp object, was the result of a family dispute. The deceased was a 46-year-old resident of Lavalawatta in Bulat Kohupitiya. The body of the deceased is currently lying at the Kegol hospital. The police stated that the victim's husband has been arrested and is due to be produced before the Ruwanwala Magistrates Court. Meanwhile, a protest is being staged by a group of residents at the Hurigaswawa junction along the Tambutegama Galnava road. The protest was launched against an accident that resulted of a woman being run over by a bus flying from Hurigaswawa to Katiyawa.
The woman in question, a mother of two who was travelling on a bicycle, died while on her way to the Hurigaswawa college at around 6:50 this morning. The bicycle carrying the woman and the child had reportedly collided with a bus carrying factory employees. The 29-year-old mother, resident of Hurigaswawa, had succumbed to her injuries while the life of the child was spared after being thrown off the road following the accident. Our correspondent stated that the deceased woman was a mother of a 9-month-old infant and a 6-year-old child. Our correspondent stated that residents of Galnava who were alarmed by the fatal accident are currently protesting against it, obstructing the Tambutegama Galnava road. The Galnava police have launched investigations into the incident.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.